Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Today is 4 elements meditation session. In this Mahasatipatthana Sutta, Buddha taught 4 elements meditation in brief way. But in some suttas such as Mahayavulawada Sutta, Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta, Vidhamma Vibhanga, Pali text, etc. In those suttas, Buddha taught 4 elements meditation in wider way. In Mahasatipatthana Sutta, also Venerable Sariputta explained 4 elements meditation in wider way. So today, how you should practice 4 elements meditation in brief way, we will discuss. Unaja Prambhikkhve Bhikkhu Ima Meva Kaya Yathati Dayatapani Hidandadu Sobicha Vakati Adhi Ima Samain Kaya Pathavi Dadu Abo Dadu Dijo Dadu Vayo Dadu Di. Very brief. What is the meaning? Again, very good. A bhikkhu in this same body, however it is placed, however disposed, consisting of elements thus there are in this body there are the earth element, the water element, the fire element, the wind element. This is Buddha's teaching, but to understand is very difficult. How you should practice, especially in some suttas such as Mahayavulawada Sutta, Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta, and Mahasatipatthana Sutta, etc. Earth element usually Buddha taught Kakhala, Krigata, 2 characteristics only, hardness and roughness, because they are main characteristics of earth element. But in Vidhamma, especially in Dhamma Singani, Buddha taught 6 characteristics: hardness, roughness, heaviness, softness, smoothness, lightness. Why Buddha taught in this way? Because at the time Buddha was preaching the Vidhamma in Devava. Listeners are usually Devas and Brahmas only. Their body is very subtle, not like human beings. So because of this reason, if Buddha divides earth element 2 ways, hardness, roughness, heaviness, this is group earth element. Group means heavy earth element. Softness, smoothness, lightness, this is lahu, light earth element. In this way, if Buddha explains, divides into 2 portions, at that time only they will understand clearly. Because of this reason, Buddha taught 6 characteristics of earth element. But in suttas, Buddha explained only 2. Why? Kakhala, Krigata, hardness, roughness. Why? Because maybe this is soft. Although this is soft, if you touch carefully, then you may feel a little bit hardness. How soft may be, there is still hardness. In the same way, maybe this is smooth. How smooth maybe if you rub, you can feel a little bit roughness. There may be lightness. This is light, for example. Although how it light, there may be a little bit weight. So weight is everywhere, and every element. So because of this reason, Buddha explain for human beings, cricket, hardness and roughness. If they can discern hardness and roughness, heaviness automatically will arise, appear in their mind. So because of this reason, Buddha taught only 2 characteristics. But we also follow the Dhammasangani system. Why? For some meditators, when they are discerning hardness and roughness, very, very strong. Hardness is very strong. Whenever they close their eye, here, hardness is very strong, heaviness is very strong. They cannot remove this hardness and roughness, heaviness. Because of this reason, whenever they close eye, the whole body became very heavy, the whole body became very hot. They cannot concentrate well, they cannot continue their meditation practice. So because of this reason, we teach to balance the elements, hardness and softness, roughness and smoothness, heaviness and lightness. So 2 together we teach, because to make the balance. When the elements are balanced, at that time only they can concentrate well. If one element is in excess, they are afraid to close their eyes, because whenever they close, they can see only heaviness and hardness. Very difficult. Sometimes cohesion also very strong. So hardness, roughness, cohesion, these 3 are very strong. They cannot concentrate well, because there are many unhappy feelings. So because of the reason, they cannot meditate well. Very soon they run away from the monastery. So because of this reason, to make balance, we teach 6 according to the Dhammasangani system. Hardness, roughness, heaviness, softness, smoothness, lightness. Then flowing, water element, flowing in cohesion. Fire element, heat in coldness. Weight element, supporting in pushing. Altogether 12 characteristics. How we should practice? For some meditators, hardness, if they practice hardness first, it is very easy for them. But for some meditators, a little bit difficult. Maybe they may feel hardness partially. They cannot discern throughout the body hardness. So because of this reason, usually we teach pushing. Pushing is not really characteristic of weight element or air element. It is the function of air element. So, although it is function, meditators can begin characteristic of function both anyway. But this, when they practice 4 elements meditation practically, other than they understand this pushing is very important. Very important means it is very easy to see throughout the body. This is one reason. Another reason is because of this pushing, other elements become clearer and clearer. If they are not clearer, for example, hardness is not clear, although they may clear in one place, but it cannot spread throughout the body. Or if they cannot see throughout the body, then pushing and hardness together, if they try, then they will see pushing and hardness throughout the body together. So because of this reason, usually we teach first pushing. So if pushing, how you can practice pushing? Pushing is, one breathing in, one breathing out pushing. In this case, you are practicing 4 elements meditation, so you can follow throughout the breath. So especially you should try to descend in the center of your head. While breathing in, pushing, breathing out, pushing. In this way, if you try again, then you will feel pushing. If you feel or if you see or if you know the feel and the pushing, then you should try to focus on that pushing. Slowly it will become clearer and clearer. Anapana meditation. When your concentration develops further, slowly breath becomes more and more subtle. But for elements meditation, if you practice systematically, the elements are day by day more and more clear, clearer and clearer. So because of this reason, other meditation subjects and four elements meditation not same. Four elements meditation at the beginning stage not be clear, may be very subtle. But if you practice again, then these elements will become evident in your inside knowledge. So please focus that pushing in the center of your head while breathing in or while breathing out. Then you can feel this pushing. If you feel pushing, then please concentrate on that pushing. When your concentration develops further, then it will become clearer and clearer. Other than you should try to discern slowly. Please increase your discernment area slowly in your head. Then slowly you should try to see through the whole head, internally and externally. External means external skin also there are pushing. Internal means inside the head also there is pushing. So you should try throughout the head to see pushing. Then here pushing slowly up to foot. From feet to head to feet. You should try again. Then if you can do some pushing, then while walking also you should try pushing. When you press your foot to step another step. When you press at the time also pushing. When you bend, there is pushing. When you stretching, there is pushing. In every bodily movement there is pushing. If you can do some pushing thoroughly in every bodily movement throughout the body, then you can increase another one. Another one is hardness. Here, if you touch here is also bone, here also bone. If you touch both bones, then you can feel hardness. In the same way, if you touch both teeth, or if you bite both teeth, you can feel hardness. But if hardness is not spread throughout the body, then you can discern together with pushing. In this area, pushing, hardness, two together. If you try in this way slowly, when pushing is very easy to spread, then hardness also will spread together with pushing throughout the body. If you try in this way, please try alternately pushing, hardness, pushing throughout the body, hardness throughout the body. Then if you see together, it is better, no problem. But you may feel this is pushing, this is hardness. You should try to see or to distinguish. This is pushing, this is hardness. If you can do in this way, then every bodily movement you should try pushing in hardness. While going, you should try pushing hardness. When you press your foot on the ground, you can feel pushing as well as hardness. So while you are bending, pushing in hardness. While you are stretching, pushing in hardness. In every bodily movement, you should try to understand pushing in hardness. If you try again, naturally roughness will appear. Roughness here. If you rub your clothes with your hand, you can feel roughness. In the same way, if you rub on the top of your teeth with your tongue, then you can feel roughness. From this area you can find roughness, but if it is not spread throughout the body, then you should try 3 together. In this area, rubbing your teeth with your tongue. Please pay attention. Number 1, pushing. Then hardness. Then roughness. 3 alternately 1 by 1. Then if you try 3 together in this way, then pushing, hardness, roughness. Pushing, hardness, roughness. Again, then when pushing in hardness spread, roughness also will spread throughout the body. Usually roughness is for meditators. They feel like many insects are crawling in their body. In this way they may feel. So this is roughness. If they practice again, they will understand clearly pushing, hardness and roughness. While hopping also please try pushing, hardness, roughness. 3, 1 by 1 throughout the body. While bending, while stretching, in every bodily movement, you should try pushing, hardness, roughness. These 3 together. If you try in this way, then naturally heaviness appear, because they are one group. But if it is not clear, then you should try pushing, hardness, roughness again throughout the body, and then you should press on your thigh with your hands. Please press. Then you can feel heaviness. So altogether 4. You should try this 4 in every bodily posture, in every bodily movement in the same way. If you can discern this 4, then another one is subodhi. Subodhi is very easy if after you have been discerned hardness. If you pay attention subodhi, it will be very easy. There is one small cottage. If it is nearly fall down, you support with another timber not to fall down. So this is subodhi. In the same way here, subodhi. Then support. Yeah. This is subodhi. If it is not clear while meditating, you should not do like that. It is not necessary to do like that, but for example only we are showing. But if it is not clear, then you should try a little bit shaking, not to fall down. If you cannot support your body, then you will fall down. If you can support your body to make the body erect, then it is called subodhi. But if it is not clear, then you can try together with hardness. Hardness and subodhi, if you try again, then you will understand subodhi. If it is not clear, then you can do a little bit shaking, not to fall, hardness, to make the body stable. Hardness and pushing, you can feel. Then altogether they are 5 characteristics. Pushing, hardness, roughness, heaviness, and subodhi. These 5 again you must try to understand. In every bodily posture, in every bodily movement. If you can discern these 5 easily, then you can go another one. Another one is softness. When you are discerning softness, you should not do like that. You should relax your body. You should not try to make your body strong. Please relax. And please relax, and then your mind also should be relaxed. And then please touch inside your lower lip with your tongue. Then you can feel softness. If you try in this way, then you will feel softness throughout the body. But it is a little bit difficult for beginners. If it is difficult, how you should try? Again, please go back the previous characteristics. Please repeat again. Then pushing, hardness, roughness, heaviness, supporting, pushing, hardness, roughness, heaviness, supporting. In this way, again you must try. When your concentration a little bit develop further, then at that time, please go back the softness. If you practice again, then you will be able to see softness throughout the body. Then if you see softness throughout the body, then you should try in the same way to see in every bodily posture these 6 characteristics. Then another one is smoothness. If you want to try to understand smoothness, then you should try first softness. When the whole body becomes soft, at that time you should rub inside your lower lip with your tongue, with saliva. Then you can feel smoothness. So that smoothness, softness first you should try throughout the body, then smoothness. If it is not easy, then you should try two together, softness and smoothness together, then it will spread throughout the body. But in some parts, soft and smooth may be very clear. In some parts may be not clear because bones are not easy to become soft. So because of this reason, as a general only, in detail is not easy. Every part, everywhere cannot be see softness. Some parts may be flesh, maybe or skin may be soft and smooth. But bones are still hard. So because of this reason, in some parts may be clear, some parts may be not clear. But for some meditators, if they practice softness, they feel their body is going into the ground, into the flow. Because softness is very clear in their mind. Why? Maybe because of previous party and things so. In previous that they may have been practiced, they may have to practice this 4 elements meditation. Because of this reason, when they descend softness, it is very clear for them. Another one is yes. When softness and smoothness become clear in your mind, then you can continue lightness. Naturally, when softness and smoothness appear in your mind, lightness also appear in your mind. But if it is not appear, then you can try heaviness again. When your whole body becomes heavy, at that time you should raise up your finger, like that. Then you will feel lightness. Softness, smoothness, lightness. This is also Lahu Bhattavi. Lahu Bhattavi means light Bhattavi. Altogether there are 8 characteristics. These 8 characteristics you should try to design in every bodily posture, in every bodily movement. If you can design these 8 again, then another 2 is fire element. It is very easy. Maybe now you are sitting for a long time, heat is everywhere throughout the body, so very easy. But if it is not easy, then you can do like that. If you do like that, you can feel warmness here. From this area, you can try to see throughout the body. Then, if heat is clear, then please pay attention here in breath only. While breathing in, there is coldness. You can try to see this coldness again and again throughout the body. But for some meditators, because of their previous parami maybe, they can see clearly coldness and heat everywhere. But for some meditators, it may be a little bit difficult. So because of this reason, as a general only, you should try heat and coldness. This is fire element. So altogether there are 10 characteristics. Hardness, roughness, heaviness, softness, smoothness, lightness. This is earth element. Heat and coldness, this is fire element. Supporting and pushing, this is wind element or air element. Altogether there are 3 elements or 10 characteristics. If you can design these 10 characteristics throughout the body again and again in every bodily posture, in every bodily movement, then you can continue another 2, water element, flow and cohesion. This is a little bit difficult. Why? This is not a tangible object. So if you, for example, if you touch somewhere in your body, you cannot feel flowing is many or not. you cannot understand by touching. Because this is not tangible object. This is the only my object only. My body though, you cannot understand this water element. So because of this reason, the other 10 characteristics you should try again. If you try these 10 characteristics again, then you will feel your whole body become tight. For example, if you grasp here your hand, you can feel tightness. This tightness is called cohesion. If you can see this cohesion, it is okay. If you cannot see, then how you should practice? Please try pushing hardness again. Then you will feel cohesion again. If cohesion is clear, then flowing here. And the root of your teeth, there are salivas are always flowing. But for those who had been practiced Anapana up to 4th jhana, then in every sitting they should try to enter into 4th jhana. Okay, Anapana 4th jhana. Imagine from Anapana 4th jhana, at that time, if they descend 32 bars, they can easily descend 32 bars. If they can descend 32 bars at that time, they can descend one part is blood. That blood circulation is flowing. It is very easy for those. But if they had not yet practiced the Anapana, then they must begin 4 elements. Then it may be a little bit difficult. So because of this reason, from this area, there should be addition. Salivas are always flowing. In your tongue, salivas are also always flowing. From this area, you should try to descend flowing. If it is not easy to spread throughout the body, then you can try together with another clear element. For example, coldness and flowing together, or heat and flowing together, or pushing and flowing together. In this way, if you try then cold or heat or pushing spread, then flowing also will spread together with them. So altogether there are 12 characteristics. If you can discern these 12 characteristics in every burning posture, in every burning movement, again, then if you can discern also very quickly, then you can change the order. The order means according to Buddha's teaching only. When Buddha teaches in this way, because for higher concentration it is very easy. For example, earth element, water element, this is one group, one couple. If there is earth element, water element also present. If water element, there is water element, earth element also present. But they are heavy elements. So because of this reason, they are one group. Fire element and wind element, this is one group. Fire element is light element. Wind element also light. So because of this reason, they are one group. If they do in this way, concentration can develop further. So because of this reason, Buddha taught earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, according to this series. So you should change that series. For example, hardness, roughness, heaviness, softness, smoothness, lightness, flowing, cohesion, heat, and coldness, supporting, and pushing. According to this series, please try again throughout the body. If you can discern these 12 characteristics throughout the body again, within 1 minute, 2 or 3 rounds, then you should change to overview. Maybe overview, there may be some person's misunderstanding. Overview is from here, they must focus a little bit far away. They understand like that. Not like that. Overview means as a whole, generally, you should try to focus 4 elements or 12 characteristics. For example, from here also you can focus throughout the body as a whole, 12 characteristics, or from here also possible. But if you do it from here, some elements maybe, when some elements become in excess, then you cannot bear, especially hardness, roughness, heaviness, and cohesion. If these elements are bigger in excess, then you cannot bear. So because of this reason, as a general only, you should try to emphasize only characteristic. You should not emphasize your body. You should penetrate inside your body 4 elements. When you are focusing 4 elements as a general throughout the body or the whole body, at that time you should not move your attention from one place to another. Here 4 elements, here 4 elements, here. This way you should not move. Only just focus on 4 elements object. If you focus on these 4 elements objects, then you may see these 4 elements nearly simultaneously. Other than you can change 4 groups. Seeing hardness, roughness, heaviness, softness, smoothness, lightness. You should pay attention, this is earth element. Flowing and cohesion, this is water element. Heat and coolness, this is fire element. Supporting and motion, this is air element or wind element. So, earth element, water element, fire element, wind element. Earth, water, fire, wind, earth, water, fire, wind. In this way, you should try to discern 4 elements. And please concentrate on the 4 elements object. This is the beginning stage of concentration practice, samatha practice. But without seeing characteristics, if you recite only, this is not good, no beneficial. So please, if you cannot see clearly, then please go throughout the body again. Then after, if you can discern very, very quickly, then please overview again. Please focus 4 elements on the whole body. 4 elements of the whole body. Then if you can discern 4 elements, then please change 4 groups again. Earth, water, fire, wind, earth, water, fire, wind, in this way. If you practice in this way, slowly concentration will begin. You may be, at the beginning stage, you may be able to concentrate for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, etc. But if you practice again, then slowly you will be able to maintain your concentration more than 1 hour, etc. At that time, if you can concentrate on 4 elements object in every second more than 1 hour or 2 hours, etc., then slowly you cannot see your body. You can see a group of 4 elements only. At that time, for some meditators, these 4 elements become narrow, become small. But for some meditators, these 4 elements become bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger. So some may feel their body is inside the room, their body is full with 4 elements, the whole room. So become bigger and bigger. Why? This is a bigger their perception only. When their perception change, they want to increase their 4 elements. They can see. But if their perception is to make narrow, to make small area, then it also becomes small area. But 4 elements are always in their own place. But his attention perception only becomes small. His perception becomes bigger. Only because of perception only. Whether it is small or bigger, no problem. They should focus on that 4 elements object. If they can concentrate well at the time, for some meditators, concentration cannot develop further. It takes for many days. Say. So at the time, usually we teach to emphasize only 4. Among earth element, there are 6 characteristics. Among 6, hardness is very important. And water element, there are 2, flowing and cohesion. But flowing is important. Fire element, there are 2, heat and coolness. Heat is important. Then wind element, supporting is important. So these 4, hardness, flowing, heat, supporting. Hardness, flowing, heat, supporting. Seeing this hardness, you should pay attention. Earth element. Earth, flowing, water, heat, fire, supporting, wind. Earth, water, fire, wind. Earth, water, fire, wind. In this way, they should emphasize these four. When they are emphasizing these four characteristics, they may see others, no problem. But they should emphasize only these four. Then concentration may begun deeper and deeper. Because the object becomes few, only four objects. But for some meditators, when they are focusing 12 characteristics as four groups, concentration becomes deeper and deeper, no problem. Other than it is not necessary to change, to emphasize only art, vada, fire, hardness, flowing, heat, subordinate. This only they should not emphasize. If they can concentrate well, they should continue 12 characteristics. It is better. But if they cannot concentrate well, they should emphasize only four. Hardness, flowing, heat, subordinate. These four only they should emphasize. Then concentration will develop further. When concentration develops further, if they can maintain their concentration in every sitting more than 1 hour, then within few days they can see only white form. They cannot see their body, they can see a group of white form. In that white form also they must again take some four elements. But for beginners that white form is not stable. Why? Their concentration is not yet mature. Because of this reason, this white form also not stable. At the time, how they should do, as usual way, they should concentrate on four elements only. Then slowly when their concentration becomes stable, this white form also will become stable. At that time only, again they should try to take some four elements in that white form. But for many meditators, when they are discerning four elements, when the white form appear, at that time they directly understand that this white form is nothing but a group of four elements only. They can understand why. But some meditators, they do not understand. At that time they should try as usual way. The whole body hardness. In that white form hardness. The whole body hardness in white form hardness. In this way again alternately if they discern hardness, then slowly they will understand in white form hardness. If they can discern hardness in the white form, then again they should increase another one, hardness and roughness. As usual way, the whole body hardness and roughness, in white form hardness and roughness. In this way, if they increase one by one, then they will understand 12 characteristics in the white form. White form is nothing but a group of 12 characteristics of four elements. If they understand in white form four elements, then they should concentrate on that four elements object. Okay. When their concentration develops further, then they will see transparent body like ice block. What is transparent? Rubadina Gahana Picha Bawina Adasa Delawiya Wibasanada Fasada Rubanama. This is mentioned in Visuddhimagga, the path of purification. What is the meaning? Buddha taught in Dhammacakkhani or pipe or in many suttas, pipe pasada rupa, transparent element, transparent rupas. What are transparent rupas? Eye transparent element, ear transparent element, nose transparent element, tongue transparent element, body transparent element. Body transparent element is throughout the whole body. Everywhere, if you pay attention, if you touch, then you can feel touching sensation. So if you feel touching sensation, everywhere is body transparent element, because body consciousness, kaya vijnana, arise depending on body transparent element only. So by body consciousness you can feel touching sensation. Because of this reason, Body transparent element is throughout the body, everywhere. But if you cannot break down three types of compactness, other than you may feel the whole body as ice block, transparent body only. That transparent body is like Adasa Dalanwiya, like mirror. The whole body is like mirror, transparent. So, for ordinary eye, it is not easy to understand this transparent body. They can see only skin color in different forms only. But for wisdom eye, they can see, they can penetrate this transparent element. So because of this reason, Buddha taught 5 types of transparent element. Jagu Basara, eye transparent, Iya Basara, Soda Basara, ear transparent, Kana Basara, nose transparent, Jiva Basara, tongue transparent, body, and Kaya Basara, body transparent. Altogether 5 transparent elements. So if you can see this transparent body, again you must try to design 4 elements in that transparent body. Many meditators naturally they understand this transparent body is nothing but a group of 4 elements only. What is transparent? Glass is transparent. For example, there must be glass. Oh, what is transparent? Water must be transparent. Water is transparent. There must be water. There should be some substance. So in the same way here, if you see transparent body, what is transparent? 4 elements transparent only. So the transparent is nothing, 4 elements transparent only. So you should try to design in this transparent body 4 elements. Okay. If you can design, if you can concentrate on that 4 element object, okay, when your concentration develops further, your body will emit strong, powerful lights. Strong, powerful lights will come up from your body. So this is the light of wisdom. Which wisdom? Understanding of 4 elements. This is called wisdom faculty. Because of this wisdom faculty, this brilliant lights appear from your body. So at that time, if you want to descend 32 bars, it is very easy. You can descend 32 bars. From 32 bars, if you go to casinas, 4 color casinas, okay. Fine, this is black. Seeing this black, Nila, you can pay addition Nila casino. Urine is yellow, you can do yellow casino. Seeing urine, you can do Nila casino. Blood is red. Seeing the blood, you can pay addition as red casino. Lohita casino. Skeleton's bones are white. Seeing the white color of bones, you can try white casino. So there are 4 color casinas. If you can try these 4 color casinas up to 4th jhana stage, then other casinas also very easy for you. Altogether 10 casinas. After 10 casinas, if you want to go to immaterial jhanas, then it is okay, no problem. So here, but if you don't want to go to there, or if you want to continue 4 elements meditation, then you should try to design 4 elements in that transparent body again. When your concentration develops further, from that transparent body, lights will come up. At that time, you should try in that transparent body to see space. Here, hand. But if you carefully pay attention here, then you can see here small holes. From these holes, body hair is coming up. You can see in the same way, in that transparent body there is space. You should focus on that space. Okay. If you can penetrate this space, then slowly you will see space. When you see space, simultaneously you will see small particles, kalabas. For beginners, for some meditators, kalaba not real Kalabas. A group of Kalabas may be perceived because their wisdom faculty is not yet sharp. When their wisdom faculty is sharp, they can see real small particles. For some meditators, these particles may be a little bit big. At that time, in each big group of Kalabas, again they should try to see space. Then slowly, when they see space, then it will break down into smaller and smaller pieces. Then finally they will understand Kalabas. When they see Kalabas, again they must analyze. At least in each Kalaba, again I had been explaining 8 types of materiality: earth element, water element, fire element, wind element. These 4 elements in each Kalaba you must try to discern. There are 2 groups. One group is transparent Kalabas, another group is opaque Kalabas. Here also transparent and opaque. Here, 6 doors. Transparent Kalaba and opaque Kalaba, 2 groups. In transparent Kalaba also you should try to discern 4 elements. In opaque Kalaba also you should try to discern 4 elements. Again, through 6 doors. Eye door, ear door, nose door, tongue door, body door, and mind door, heart. If you discern again these 4 elements in transparent Kalaba and non-transparent Kalaba, then you can continue other character, other materialities such as color. What is color? 4 elements color. Then you can discern color, odor, smell. What is smell? The smell of 4 elements only. And then taste, odor, flavor, taste. What is taste? The taste of 4 elements only. What is taste? Orange taste, for example, the apple taste. In the same way here, what is taste? Kalaba, this 4 elements taste only. And then nutritive essence. What is nutritive essence? 4 elements nutritive essence. So this color, odor, flavor, nutritive essence, they are derivative rupas called. Why? They arise depending on 4 elements only. Without 4 elements, this color absent. Color will be null. Color, odor, flavor, nutritive essence will be meaningless. So 4 elements is fundamental elements. Depending on 4 elements, these derivative rupas appear. So you should try to discern these derivative rupas also again. So if you can analyze each Kalaba up to this ultimate materiality stage, then at that time we can say you understand ultimate materiality. This is beginning stage. But in some Kalabas, light faculty also include. In some Kalabas, transparent body, transparent element also include. In some Kalabas, sex determining materiality also include. So you should discern again these characters. At that time only you can understand ultimate materiality only. This ultimate materiality is the object of Vipassana insight. Kalabas are not the object of Vipassana. So up to that stage Buddha is referring. So I will explain again Mahasri Brahma Sutta. Punacha Param Bhikkhu Bhikkhu Yat ima miwa gaya yatadita yata panihida dhatu so picha vakati ati ima samingaya patavi dhatu avo dhatu tejo dhatu vaya dhatu di. Bhikkhus again a bhikkhu reviews in this same body, however it is placed, however disposed, consisting of elements. Thus, in this body there are earth element, water element, fire element, wind element. This is brief expression only. Brief saying. So after that, to understand more and more clear, Buddha says another example. Seyatavi Bhikkhu, etc. Gogadagawa, Gokandikandi, Wasiva. Kawin Wadik the Watatu Mahabade, we will say to Anise no Asa. So this is example. Simile. So What is the meaning? Just as though Bacha or skilled Bacha or his apprentice killed a cow and cut it into pieces and divide into parts and seated at crossroad to sell. In the same, so do a bhikkhu reviews this same in this same body. However it is placed, however disposed. In this body there are element, water element, fire element, wind element. What is the meaning? The meaning is Kaum Bacha, a Kaum Bacha cannot get rid of perception of cow while feeding the cow, while carrying it to slaughterhouse, while tying it up, put one pole, one pillar, then killing. At the time, perception of cow is not disappear. Still there is perception of cow. Not only that, but even when he after death, even when he see the carcass of the cow, at that time also perception of it still exists in him. But when he cut into pieces, divide into parts, and carry it to a crossroad and the cell, at that time the perception of cow disappear in his mind. Only the perception of flesh come into being. Is it true? There's beef dish. When you are eating, you think this is not cow, this is beef. Is it true?
Yes.
In the same way only. Before, in the same way, a meditator, before he is meditating, four elements meditation systematically, he may see this is man, this is woman, this is father, this is mother, this is son, this is daughter, etc. But if he practice four elements meditation systematically, when he break down the three types of competence, at that time he will not see man, woman, father, mother, son, daughter, etc. He will see only ultimate materiality. What are three types of competence? Number one, Samuha Gana, the competence of group. Number one, Sandini Gana, Sandini Gana, the competence of series. Number two, Samuha Gana, the competence of group. Number three, Kecha Gana, competence of function. What is the difference? These three types of competence. When you are designing four elements, before you last stage, for example, you can see transparent body. At that time, you cannot break down the whole body into small particles. This is, you cannot break down the competence of series, because the calabas are rising and passing away. One calabas rising and passing away, another calabas rising and passing away. You cannot distinguish at that time. You can see as a competence only. You cannot break down the competence of series. Sandadigana. But if you see space, then you can see small particles, calabas. At that time you can break down the competence of series. But these small particles or calabas are not the object of vipassana. So meditators, they contemplate these small particles as nature, dukkha, anatta, nature, dukkha, anatta. This is only superficial, not real vipassana. Why? They cannot penetrate ultimate materiality. So again they must analyze these calabas. In each club, at least 8 types of materiality. These 8 types of materiality, or 9 or 10 types of materiality, are the ultimate reality. These are the object of vipassana. If you can see in each club 8 types of materiality, or 10 types of 9 types of materiality, or 10 types of materiality, then we can say you can break down the completeness of group. Group kalaba means group. This is the smallest group in the ultimate reality world. So this is smallest group. You can break down, if you can analyze these kalabas, then you can break down the completeness of group. Samuhakana. Then we can say you reach ultimate reality. You can see ultimate reality. But there is still another group, completeness of function. So in each club there are at least 8 types of materiality. In each materiality they have different function. For example, earth element. Patithana rasa. Patithana rasa means its characteristic is hardness. For example, hardness is the characteristic of earth element. But Patithana rasa, it is the place to dwell other elements or other materialities within Sankalapa. For example, now we are sitting here. Sitting on what? On the floor. This is earth element. Without floor, without earth, we cannot sit. In this open space, we cannot sit. In the same way, within Sankalapa, earth element is foundation for other element, other materialities. So this is the dwelling place for other materialities. So this is Patithana rasa. In the same way, about cohesion, for in some cases, abandana rasa. Cohesion is in some cases they translate as function. If there is cement bag, a few quantity of cement, you put maybe little bit water, that cement will become solid because of cohesion water. Water can make many things to make solid. So this is cohesion. So this water element's function is to make cohesion only. So this is function. In this way, fire element, what is fire element's function? It produces to make vijua. For example, there's rice. If you cook, it begins soft and make vijua because of fire. Okay? In the same way also, fire element makes other the associated concomitant materialities to make soft. If fire is okay, then your body is soft. If fire is not okay, your body begins rough. When cool is very strong, skin begins rough. This is natural. When weather is warm, sweats are coming up, other than skin becomes smooth. This is natural. So because of this, it makes mature. Then what is the function of wet element? Pushing is the function of wet element. Support. What is supporting? Here pushing on. Here one cottage is nearly fall down. Other than another timber make support. Supporting is but not to fall down, again push. This is the function of what wet element. So they have different function in every materiality. Again, you must try to see this function. To see this function, how you should practice. There are Lakkhana, Rasa, Pichupatthana, Bhadatthana. 4. Lakkhana is characteristic. Rasa is function. Pichupatthana is manifestation. Bhadatthana is proximate cause. So by way of Lakkhana, Rasa, Pichupatthana, Bhadatthana, by way of characteristic function, manifestation and proximate cause, you must discern again this ultimate materialities again in every materiality. At that time only you can see, you can break down three types of compactness. Count Bacha cut the count into pieces and divide into parts. In the same way, a meditator must cut the whole body into pieces. This is kalabas, divide into parts. He must divide into parts means he must try to see ultimate materialities in each kalabas. At that time only you can see ultimate reality. This ultimate reality are the object of vipassana only. But after you had been discerned this ultimate materiality in 6 doors and 42 parts, how you should continue? Buddha explained, Iti Ijadawa Gaya Gaya Nupasi Viharati Vidawa Gaya Gaya Nupasi Viharati Ijada Vidawa Gaya Gaya Nupasi Viharati, etc. You must discern ultimate materiality and mentality internally and externally both. Then you should try Samudaya Dhamma Nupasi Vaga Sami Viharati, etc. You must try to discern their causes. Past causes produce present effect, present causes will produce future effect. In this way, you should try to bring the origination. After that, you must contemplate these formations, ultimate mentality, materiality, and their causes are called formations. These formations you must contemplate systematically as nature, dukkha, anatta. Then, when you are inside become medium, at that time you should emphasize only dissolution. And then you should contemplate them as nature, dukkha, anatta. When you are inside become medium, at the end of your vipassana insight, but implosion knowledge will arise, taking Nibbana as object. At that time, if you reach Arhat stage, then you can destroy all craving and wrong view, completely without remainder. At that time, Anisi Docha Viharati Nacha Kinchi Logi Ubadiri, without depending any 5 aggregates with craving in wrong view, you will be able to dwell in this world without clinging, without craving, without attachment, without wrong view. In this 5 aggregate world, you will be able to dwell. And this is the 4 elements meditation, how you should practice. Is Vyuhana Rasa. Vyuhana Rasa means to increase the materialities. Here, when Vada element is okay, 6 grow on this side. If Vada is absent, then trees cannot grow up. In the same way, Vada element produces other elements to increase more and more. This is the function of Vada element. The cohesion is the manifestation. Sorry. Okay. Please discuss any question.
Sayadaw. Bhikkhu Bodhi defines manifestation as the way that something appears to a meditator, I believe.
Yes, maybe it manifests in his mind, in meditator's mind. Manifests. So in this way also he must try.
I have never really understood that definition, and I was hoping you would comment further on what manifestation
Yes, for example,
means.
while they are discerning flowing, for elements meditation, they can also feel cohesion. This is manifest in their mind. So that manifestation. Okay.
Sada, just as an example of what you were saying about water, could you explain how materiality, let's say in the flowers, when they're cut, they're dead, but they get put into water. What is occurring with the materiality of that it sustains their
if you take some four elements in that flower, then you can see flower is nothing, only a group of small particles, clusters. In each cluster there is fire element. That fire element is called heat. That fire element can produce new generation. But if the fire element cannot produce another new generation, it becomes slowly less and less and slowly will disappear. But if still it produces new generation, then it will remain as original form.
And it's the water that helps it do that, is that?
Maybe water is supporting cause.
And increases the temperature.
Increase. Water is supporting cause. Soil also saying supporting cause.
What's this?
Soil art also supporting cause. Real producing cause is inside clusters there is fire element. That fire element produces new generation. But in the trees, when they are growing, and they dying, in each cluster there is fire element. That fire element produces not only one generation, but many generations. If they produce many generations, they become bigger and bigger slowly. But if they do not cannot produce any further, then it will remain as natural. It will remain same sex.
And what about the nutritive essence in a tree?
Nutritive essence in the trees is for growing up. They cannot produce any further because that nutritive essence can produce another generation when they are supported by digestive fire. But in the trees there is no digestive fire. Digestive fire is only in animate war, body. So because of this reason, in the trees or in external war, in animate war, there is no fire element. Because of digestive fire. Because of this reason, nutritive essence in those trees, they cannot produce another generation.
So in just taking up the heat element in not plants but in animals or human beings, if you can reduce or balance the heat element, then that means that you can there will be less growth, of the body.
Maybe this
If you
is
can
usually
balance the heat element.
Balance usually we teach coldness. For example, heat is very strong
Yes.
and excess. Other than usually we teach to emphasize coldness.
Right.
When they emphasize coldness, heat slowly begin
Right.
less.
Right.
So
Yeah.
heat and coldness become balanced.
Right. In terms of nutritive, like food and so on, if you can balance the heat by taking cold food, for example.
Yes. Maybe this is for experts who understand nutriment. Like ginger, they can produce heat in the body, etc.
Penetrating, Sayadaw, the compactness in series, that's done by, is it looking for the space?
Yes. Space, this is number one. If you see space, then you will see clusters. If you see clusters, then we can say you have to break down the compactness of series. But this is not ultimate. You cannot reach ultimate reality. So again, you must analyze each cluster, and then you can understand ultimate reality, but not function. So because of this reason, you must again design by way of characteristic, function, manifestation, and proximate cause. There are two causes, faraway cause and proximate cause. Faraway cause is especially referring previous cause. Previous past life, you had been accumulated son, wholesome karmas for human beings, or wholesome karmas for internal body. Body means within part and depth. Wholesome karmas also occasionally can produce bad result. So these wholesome and unwholesome karmas, based on ignorance, craving, and clinging, you accumulate that in previous life. They are faraway cause. But proximate cause is here. For example, ein decade kalaba. If you analyze their 10 materialities, earth, water, fire, wind, color, odor, flavor, nutritive essence, life, faculty, and transparent element. Altogether 10 materialities. Among these 10 materialities, for earth element, what is proximate cause? The remaining 3 elements are proximate cause. Without other 3 elements, water element, fire element, wind element, earth element alone cannot rise. So proximate cause is 3. They are vice versa to each other. So proximate cause also you should try to see. Faraway cause also you must try. No question?
Do you think that the Buddha's teaching on these elements would have supported or affected like medicine, medicine makers and, Ayurvedic practitioners?
Buddha maybe do not emphasize medicine, but occasionally he permit medicine to take,
Yes.
because there are 4 causes for our materiality. Karma is one cause, mind is one cause, temperature is one cause, nutritive acid is one cause. Among these 4, we cannot control karma. This is past life, so we can do nothing. But we can change temperature, mind, from unhappy mind to happy mind. We can change. Among happy mind, jhana mind is very strong. Vipassana insight is very strong. But improvement knowledge is very high. So we can change this mind. This mind, higher minds can produce superior materialities throughout the body. Because of this reason, also swan disease may disappear. We can change this one. Temperature. External temperature also important. When external temperature affect to our body. So if we can change temperature, if we use or stable and suitable temperature, then we are now changing cause. We can prepare, we can make. Another is nutritive acid. Suitable food we can eat. Unsuitable food we must avoid. What is suitable, what is unsuitable, we should discuss with skilled doctors. So this is good. So these 3 we can change, but karma we cannot change.
Sir, when you originally when we think of pushing, heaviness, hardness, is it? It's not vipassana though, is it?
Maybe this is at the beginning stage.
Yes.
You cannot break down the 3 types of competitiveness. As long as you cannot break down 3 types of competitiveness, you cannot see ultimate materiality. If you do not see ultimate materiality, if you contemplate vipassana, this is only just superficial, not real vipassana. You ask what question?
Me?
Previously you asked me what the meaning of your question.
What I asked just now,
Yes, yes.
I asked whether the four elements, the teaching of the four elements as taught by the Buddha, had affected practitioners of, like we call them doctors, but those days they were Ayurvedic.
When you say if you go and you penetrate four elements in like the past, and you, let's say if you've gone into dependent origination and you penetrate four elements in the previous life, is it possible? I mean, are the four elements like I can see penetrating four elements in the present situation and being able to discern like color, smell, taste, and nutritive essence, but you can discern that as well in because you're penetrating in your bhavanga, is that correct? And then how can you penetrate four elements as if they're real when they're not present? Does that make sense?
Maybe you must take some ultimate mentality, materiality backward. Slowly. For example, you enter into jhana. Imagine from jhana you descend jhana petals. Now, as soon as you emerge from jhana disappears. If you review jhana petals, this is reflecting mind only, not jhana mind. So jhana is already finished, past. But you can reflect these jhana petals. You can see these jhana petals. Is it true? Yes, in the same way only. You must discern ultimate mentality materially here, externally and internally. Without discerning external world, how you can discern external? There is four elements. How you can discern? You should not imagine practically breathes price. You will understand four elements. For example, here, if you rub, you can feel here hardness, roughness, heaviness on your clothes. Roughness, heaviness, softness, smoothness, lightness, flowing, cohesion, heat, coldness. If you can discern four elements on your clothes, you will see only a cloth is nothing but a group of small particles, clusters. If you analyze these clusters, then you can see four elements in each cluster. Please increase here flow. If you discern four elements in that flow, you can see only a group of clusters. If you analyze these clusters, then you can discern four elements directly. But internal, external, you must do in this way. You slowly increase your discernment area, external world. If you can discern in external four elements, this is also same path. As if external, you must try. So because of this reason, Buddha, iti ijadawa gayika nupasi viharati, vaidava gayika nupasi viharati, ijada vaidava gayika nupasi viharati. You must discern ultimate mentality internally, externally, externally both. After that, Samudaya Dhamma Nupasi Vagasama Viharati, etc. Buddha taught. Systematically. Samudaya Dhamma Nupasi is there three inside knowledge. You must discern past causes. Past causes produce present affair. So at that, if you can discern ultimate mentality and ultimate mentality internally and internally and externally, at that time only you must go past. As if external world. So before meditating stage, you may see your body. In that body you can discern four elements like external world. You can see clearly four elements. Then if you discern, then you can break down three types of compactness. You can see small particles. You should analyze these clusters. Then you can see ultimate materiality. then you should design ultimate mentality, and then Nama, Rupa, mind, Metta, and this will slowly increase up to birth linking moment. Slowly you must design Nama, Rupa, mind and Metta backward. And the same way past also. Past like 4 elements also you can design. Like Ishtanyava. But without designing Ishtanyava, 4 elements, you cannot design past. If you can design here on your cloth, 4 elements, they are same Ishtanya. They are also Ishtanya. Past also same.
Question about examining the color, taste, and smelling of the kalava. If the kalava is it's made of the 4 elements, then what is the component of the smelling and taste and color of a kalava?
Maybe color, what color? Here, this is what? This is my rose color. There must be rose. Color is dependent on this rose. Color abhiya. In the same way, color is nothing but 4 elements color only. Depending on 4 elements color arise. In the same way, smell. What is smell? You can smell here. Depending on this rock, smell abhiya. In the same way, depending on 4 elements, smell abhiya. That smell is 4 elements smell only.
So can I say that there is nothing be neutral, because when we practice 4 elements, it's more tangible. It's just kind of physical feeling of the 4 elements, the harmony, the 4
But
elements.
at that day, if you see kalabas, this is not physical. You are what called body tangible object. At that day, your insight knowledge. This is mind-cognitive process. That mind-cognitive process can realize these ultimate realities.
So what is the subject of the recognizing the smelling color and the taste of the kalava? It's mind.
Subject is mind only. Insight knowledge. Insight knowledge you can distinguish this color. When you see kalabas, the color is in each kalaba there is color, maybe red color or white color or violet color. There may be one different types of color. For example, here head hair. If for some persons whose head hair is black, they can see black color. Some persons who and their hair is white, then you can see white color. So color is nothing but only 4 elements color. The other day when you see kalabas, this color also you can see by insight knowledge. But these colors are for Ishtanyava, the object of eye consciousness also possible. But when you are close your eye, other than if you discern these colors, they are the object of your insight knowledge. But a group of small particles color can be the object also eye consciousness. One kalabas color cannot be the object of eye consciousness, because eye consciousness power is very low. For example, how they call who takes one bat in this guy? Who takes the corpse? What called? Rapture. Palacha. Palachas I can see more than 10 months. Our eye cannot see more than 10 months. So the power is very weak. But inside knowledge, which time eye is very powerful. Which time eye can see, can penetrate ultimate materiality.
Now, I have one question. If a person has a very high concentration and he has already penetrated the ultimate maturity, when he sees light, what appear to be, and also the sound, are they the light and the sound? Are they what are they? Are they?
The light,
Yeah. And
Like-
sound.
Sound.
Sound. So are they consist of 4 elements?
Yes. Sound is nothing but the review yesterday I explained here.
Right.
Attacking 2 types of Prithvi, earth element, because of fire, wind element. When they strike to each other, sound appear only.
And this is the 4 elements?
Earth element, here also earth element.
Right.
2 types of earth element, because of wind element, they attack. Wind is pushed to attack, and then sound appear. In the same way here also, earth element and mind produce materiality, there's also earth element, here also earth element. 2 types of earth element, they attack because of wind. Mind
Yes.
produce air element. They attack, and then sound appear here.
How about light?
Light. Light is because of higher concentration. Concentrated mind, which arises depending on your heart rate, can produce uncountable kalabas. Each kalabas, there's color. One kalabas color and another kalabas color, they arise closely. Very, very closely. Because of this reason, you may think light is continuous. But really, this is not continuous. Then another is inside that mind produce kalaba. In each kalaba there is fire element. That fire element is called temperature. That temperature also can produce uncountable generations. Not only internally but also externally. So here, if you see when you are concentrated on the breath object, when concentration develops, you may see here light. But in this case, if you see this light, but light is not yet stable. So because of this reason, you are also not yet practice 4 elements meditation. So you cannot discern 4 elements from that light. But when you reach Vipassana, especially Uddiyavya Jnana stage, rising in passing with insight knowledge, at the day, light is stable. At the day, if you discern 4 elements in that light is nothing but a group of small particles only. But these particles are very subtle. Subtle means here, in this space, you may feel a little bit touching sensation if you do like that. Because in this space there are many particles, many kalabas, but they are very subtle, not gross like that. So because of this, you cannot see easily. But with your wisdom eye, you can see here small particles. This is one reason. Because of this reason also, when they practice 4 elements meditation, if their perception increase, then slowly their body became bigger and bigger, they feel, but not really bigger, but 4 elements in the external, they can see at that time. So these kalabas, temperature produce kalabas, there's also color. That color also bright, also concentration. So combination of these 2 types of kalabas color is called light, the light of wisdom. But in external, this is temperature produce kalabas light only, kalabas color only. Okay, today let us stop. Sharing merit. Idame Bonya,
Idame Bunya,
Asavakaya,
Asavakaya,
Wahahodu,
Wahahodu,
Idame Bonya,
Idame Bunya,
Nibbanasa,
Nibbanasa,
Pachayo,
Pachayo,
Hodu,
Hodu,
Idame Bonya,
Idame Bunya,
Sabbasadana,
Sabasatana,
Pajema,
Pajema,
Tesabe,
Tesabe,
Mesama,
Mesama,
Punya Baga,
Punyapaga,
Labandu,
Labantu,
Sadhu.